Thank you, Balaji. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryandam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Shakana Vabadu Sakana Bhunaktu Sakaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvina Vadidamastu Mavit Nishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. Om Namo Bhagavate Vairasvataya Mrityave Brahma Vidyacharyaya Nachikedasacha. Good morning. So we are in the Pradhama Adhyaya, the Valli, second chapter, second section of the first chapter of Kathopanishad. And we saw in the last class up to mantras 12. For the question that Nachiketas asked, very straightforward question, as many talks about that I exist after death or I don't exist after death. So what is the true status of that? So Yamadharmaraja, after a lot of testing of Nachiketas and identifying is a fit recipient, he started to indicate that the answer he is going to give is about the Swarupam, the real nature of the self, Atma. Therefore, what is going to impart is called Atma Vidya. Atma Vidya is same as Brahma Vidya. We'll see how they are the same, because Brahman is all-pervading Shakti, Ishvara. The knowledge about Ishvara is Brahma Vidya. But Atma literally means the self in Sanskrit. Atma Vidya is knowing about oneself. Very carefully listen. Nachiketas did not ask about Ishvara. Nachiketas asked a very direct question of what happens to these beings in this world when they die, what happens? In other words, what happens to me if I die? So he is answering about Atma. But it is called Brahma Vidya also. We just say that Brahma Vidyacharyaya. Why he didn't say Atma Vidyacharyaya? Exactly same. So the Brahman and Atma are somehow in Samanvaya. They are the same. So that is leading into a very baffling Siddhantam of Advaitam. But the Atma, like, the Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnat, we saw that in a great detail. The tattvam of the essence of anything is what it is made of, what it is. Like a bangle and the necklace and the ring is made of gold. If a gold is adhishtanam, I got a nama rupas. Therefore, tattvam of all the ornaments is the underlying cause, the gold. The wave and the sea are not the same. Wave is a nama rupam of a ripple. Sea is a nama rupam of a vast water base. The tattvam of both is water. Wave is the water, sea is the water. Purnamitam, Purnamataha, Purnat, Purnat. So you saw that. So Brahman, Atma is going to be the one. So feel free to take it that Brahma Vidya and Atma Vidya is the same. So learning about Ishvara is learning about oneself. Now, because Nachiketas is a very clever student, therefore, in the mantra 12, which we saw in the last class as a one, Tam Dursham Godam Anupravishtam Guhagidam Kahvareshtam Puranam Adhyatma Yogadi Gamena Devam Matvadhiro Hashasokau Jahadi. In this 12th mantra and the 13th probably we'll see today, these two mantras, the teacher is telling the student what is he going to talk about it. It is about the Atma. And then how to realize the Atma. What is the sadhanam for the Atma? And if you use the sadhanam and understand and realize the objective that you are pursuing for, what is the prayojanam? Satyam, sadhanam, prayojanam. These three are very important, right? So all this is coming in this shloka. We saw in the last class, but I think it's good to go through one more time very quickly before go to the 13th. In the first two lines, the 5 definitions is indicating what is Atma. Don't think Atma is something distant. What are you? Who are you? Who are the real you? Tam, that means that one, that Atma, that is that you and I, or the Ishvara. Durdarsham. Dur means very hardship, very difficult to get. Durlapam, very rare. Darsham, so darshanam, good darshanam. Darshana means, generally we think darshana means presence, seeing something, right? Darshana means sensing something, a knowledge. Sudarshanam means, nidarshanam means that which is common knowledge or a special knowledge. But durdarsham means that which is very difficult to know. So we say that, in aprameya, we say aprameya, swaprakasa. Aprameya, prameya means senses. Aprameya means it is beyond the senses. I can understand this definition is fit for the God. God is beyond the senses. But Atma, how come Atma is beyond the senses? See, hereafter, the literal meaning is very small. You have to really, lot contemplation we need. So how can I be difficult to know? And what is the drishtanta? Drishtanta means, what is the experience of it? That you don't see you. You don't smell you. What you smell is your body, which is not you. I don't see my mind. I do see my mind, but mind is not me. So I am the seer. The seer cannot be seen. That is a fact of life. So this is Durdarsham. Now Vedanta is when it's inexplicable, and Vedanta is trying to explain this. Ascharyo Vakta. It's other in one of the verses, mantra before. Ascharyo Vakta. Teaching, the teacher is a very rare being. See, if I say, think of an apple. So Mugut may think of a real red apple. Balaji may think of an apple phone. But there is something comes to your mind of a Vishaya. A mountain. A mountain comes to your mind. A sea comes to your mind. So everything, any Vishayatvam becomes a pradishtam in the chitta. Your mind, it has become a imprint. You can see it. So whenever I deal with my friend or enemy, I don't deal outside. I deal it in my mind because but the way that my transaction works is whatever Vishayam I am doing Grahanam, the Vishayam comes into my mind, a copy of it comes into my mind, then I deal with this. That's why the same Balaji, Lakshmi Mami will see him in a way and he deals with him. I see him in a different way, deal with him. How come the same Vishayam, a different relationship comes? Because nobody, this is the fact, nobody knows the Swarupam of a person you're dealing with. Because we don't deal with the Swarupam, we deal with the properties. Vishaya Jnanam. So we create in ourselves a pradi of everything else. And okay, this is a different point I'm going there. The point I'm saying is, when I talk about an object, we can understand what I'm talking about because it creates an imprint in you. In somebody's mind, it may be a deeper imprint. You got to get better knowledge. In somebody's mind, a smaller imprint. Moon. For a poet's mind, it is a beautiful moon. He may think of poetry. A scientist will think of how this planet is dead and dark and how it reflects. But when I say Atma, what comes to your mind? Nothing comes to your mind. What is in the teacher's mind when you say Atma? Nothing. Very important to use the word Atma instead of Ishvara, because Ishvara, you may have many, many births of habit. Ishvara is for you Ganesha, Muruga, Narayana. So you have an adhyasam in your mind. Ishvara means like this. It's all shabdam, okay? It's just the words. Let's stick with the word Atma. Luckily, nobody talked about Atma from the young age, so we don't know what it is, but we know it is a self. So now you see, the Guru is going to teach you about something which cannot be in your mind. If it cannot be in your mind as a Nama Rupa, what is Nama? We can know Atma, no Rupa. Because I'm used to only studying the properties of things, but it's a Swarupa Jnanam I need. What is my brain can do? What is my mind can do? And how this Acharya who is teaching can explain to me. Ascharyo Vakta, Ascharyo Kushalasya Lapta, Ascharyo Niyata. So the Sishya, one who is sitting and listening to this, because it has no logic, right? It's just a Shabdam. That's why it's called Shabdam Pramana. Just a Shabdam. No, nobody is going to show you this is how the Atma will look like. Nobody is going to say where Atma is located. Nobody is going to do that. But you're going to learn that. So there is Ascharya. So that is how, so Veda goes in one way, right? If you go to, there is mantra in Kathopanishad. Pratiboda viditam matam. Amrudatvam hi vinte. Pratiboda viditam. Pratiboda viditam means knowing it. Pradibodham. Pradi means, you know what Pradi means? That in front of you, as well as that comes into your mind. Bodham means knowledge. Kathopanishad is saying very differently. Hey, child, don't worry about it. Because matam means that is grasped, realized, knowledge. Pratibodha viditam matam. That means in everything that you see, you can see the knowledge of what? Amrutatvam. This immortality, this Atma Jnanam you can get in everything you see. That means in a tree, in a mountain, yes. How can I see in a mountain? Because you see mountain is achalam, is not moving. Why it is not moving? You ask a question. Because it is insentient. I move because I am sentient. So how come I can move and it cannot move? Because I have something that the mountain seemingly not have. What is it? Chit, Chaitanyam. See? So everything is Shavam. The world, if you look at it, everything is Shavam, insentient. I am Shivam, Shivoham. When Bhagavan says Shivoham, Shivoham, we say, oh, this is only Bhagavan can say because he knows it. Of course, only Bhagavan can say. But why Bhagavan says in a very simple sloka, he doesn't want to say it. He asks you, he wants you to say it. He wants us to say it. So when we recite Bhagavan slokam, Shivogam, Shivogam, what does it mean? Aham Shivam. Oh, I don't know the Atma Jnana. Don't need Atma Jnana. You know the Pratibodha Viditam? You understand the common knowledge? Yes. Tell me, when you look around, what are you equal to? Am I this television? No. Am I this computer? No. Am I this tree? No. Am I this dead body? No. Why? They're all Shavam. Then who are you? I need a word. I use the word Shivam. You see? But then, if I am able to be in the bhavam of Shivam, I can say, I have the right to say Shivoham, Shivoham. Aham padarthaya Shivaya Paramatmane. The aham, the word becomes Shivam. Pratibodha Vididambada. Therefore, Adhyaya Vidyate Amritam. Therefore, only by knowledge you attain Atma. So, I think in Kathopanishad it comes for a slightly different context. It is trying to prove that this Atma can be only realized purely by knowledge. But here the knowledge can be anything. So the Durdarsham means it is not to drive you away. You cannot know it. Okay, goodbye. I don't come to this class. No. You cannot know it, yet you can realize it. Okay. Then you say, yes, Swami, I realize it, but tell me, where is it? Why it is not pratyaksham to me? It says, Gudam Anupravishtam. This is Gudam means secret. It is in a secret place. That means secret place is always covered, right? Covered. That means it has been covered. I need to discover it. What is discover means? Discovery is not invention. Discovery is something that already exists. You cover the ignorance and it comes out. Gravitational force, Newton discovered it. Newton did not invent it. It's already there. But the apple was falling even before Newton came. But what happens to him? What happened to him? He is able to see Pratibodham Viditam and ask the question why it is falling instead of going upwards. So then he attained this knowledge and he can able to formulate a theory around it. So therefore, Gudam and Vishnu, covering means, sometimes people teach very casually, oh, Atma is inside. You have a Panchakosam, um, 5 sheets, Annamayam, Pranamayam, Manomayam, Vijnanamayam, is inside this. Stula Sushma Karana Sariram, inside it. Turiyam is inside it. Therefore, I have to remove my body. I need to discard my body. Now, if it is all inside and this is covering it as a nut, then it is contained. If you can contain it, it is not paripurnatvam. It's not unlimited. Therefore, Atma is inside, is only a, what I can say, kind of a sentence to make you imagine there is something inside. Because look at it. I mean, I would say, where are you living? Harrow. That is Harrow. It's in London. It's in UK. UK is a little country in the world. You go into that. So the world is a container and everything is contained and you are inside. Therefore, I am naturally small. I'm limited. You're dust in the cosmic ocean. Vedanta cannot tolerate this. Am I small? No. Because I'm going to equate myself to the Parabrahman. So, how do I know I exist in this house? Because I'm aware I exist in this house. I see it. And you are in the next street. How do I know that you are next street? How there is a next street? Because in my consciousness, I see another street. You exist. If you are not in my consciousness, you are not there for me anymore. Your world which may exist, it is not my consciousness, doesn't exist anymore. Therefore, where do Harrow exist? In my awareness. Where do London exist? In my awareness. Where do this whole world exist? In my awareness. So it is not I am in this world. The world is in me. You understand? So it is me. See, in our Adhyaya Vidya, we're going to talk the next sentence there. It is you are the centerpiece. So the covering here, what it means is distraction. Now, if I'm teaching you now something, and you are very busy thinking about how to fix the plumbing, and during that transition of your mind towards that Vishaya occupies your focus. The buddhi is on that. Therefore, for you, this Atma Vicharam is covered. That's what it means. Covering is not physical covering, enveloping, distracting to move away from this. So because it's the good anupravishtam, and we are always looking outside, it looks to us that it is hidden somewhere. Okay. Then you ask another question. Okay, I understand. Now I don't want to really abandon my mind. I want to go back and find out. Where do I find out this knowledge? Guha hitam. Guha means the cave. Cave is normally dark. So therefore, in the darkness of your inside of you, and where is the darkness in you? It's not the skin darkness I'm talking about. The darkness here is nescience, ignorance. Where does ignorance exist? Ignorance always exists in where the knowledge will come in light. Where is it? Buddhi. You don't say ignorance in my tummy. Tummy gets food. Tummy has got hunger. Ignorance is in your brain. Guha hita means a dark place which is inside, is therefore buddhi. Again, you should look at this dichotomy. Guha is darkness. Gu, the shabda is darkness. Guru, the Ru is Rudra sound. Guru is the one to remove the darkness. So Guha is darkness. That is buddhi. Buddhi is light. See, so darkness and light is only our perspective of it. Darkness is Hiranyagarbham. Hiranyam is gold. Garbham is womb, darkness. The darkness, it is there. Therefore, it is telling me now, the Atma that we are going to learn about it, which is rare to find, secret place, but it is in your buddhi. You must know why you should be in a buddhi. We discussed in the Yoga Sustram, in Tatsubhota. You have to now imagine the layers now. See, all this knowledge, Vedanta is very clever in this. Vedanta makes use of all these schools of thought. Sangyam, Yogam. It doesn't take the Siddhanta, but it takes those wonderful Tatparyam they have to educate us. So in Sangyam talks about this, all this Annamaya Kosa, Pramaya Kosa. So the Buddhi, Vijnanamaya Kosa, is very end of it before the Anandamaya Kosa. So Buddhi is the deepest layer where this light is there. So naturally, the light hits first the Buddhi. When the light comes in, it becomes animated. It can create vritti. The first vritti that comes to the Buddhi is called ahavritti. Non, I. So when you have a deep slumber, that's where you need to find out. But if you need to catch it, you should catch it the Brahma Muhurtam. Why? What is the Brahma Muhurtam? Okay, we normally say 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. It's not physical timing. It is when you are coming from the deep sleep, when you are awakening it. What happens is they found out, the rishis found out, and particular biorhythm happens where you are in even science proves the same thing. The delta waves, where it is comes to a resonance, and then when you wake up from there, the light illumines the buddhi, and there's no vritti for a fraction of a second. It is nischala. Sometimes we say, children is very good example. When the children wakes up, it wakes up like a flower blossoming, right? When you wake up, you see me, you don't want to see me again. The children have to go no ahavritti. So it comes from that comes out. So buddhi, the moment I comes in, Buddhi started Buddhi thinks, now I know everything because I can recognize things. Then it creates bhavam, my world, my phone, my office work. So the whole day is gone. That's why the Brahma Muhurtam is a good time to do Nididhyasanam, Mananam. So he says buddhi. But then you say, buddhi is my deepmost faculty for discussing things. But I don't have time for that because I am confused. I am bombarded with my sensory perceptions. I have shuga dukkham. I need to do that. I need to do this. Therefore, the Upanishad accepts, yes, what I am talking about, child, it is Gahvareshtam. It is inside. Gahvareshtam means suffering, grief. Yes, it is inside the grief. It does not mean it is Atma is suffering. It's like I told you last class, like a lotus in the muddy water. Yeah, it is in the buddhi. I know the buddhi is encased by the mind. Mind has got all the sensory perception. Sense has got a ragadvesha. Therefore, your day, life, time is always in the sukha-dukkha vivakara. But I'm not talking about sukha-dukkha vivakara. I am pointing out in the middle of the Sukha Dukkha Vivagara is this illumining light in you, Guhahidam, Gudanupravishtam, Durdarsham, Tham. What is that? Devam. That Devam that is Atma. So the first two lines with its 5 words, one more word is Purana. Purana means forever. It is always there. What do you mean forever? Now you are talking about it, I say, can that? And I'm dreaming, yeah, it is there. Because the dreaming, you also create the world. And you create a much, much better world because that world has got very different dimensions. You can have a dream where you are born, married, breed children, died, the whole thing can go. So the timing is very different in the dream world. The space is different, Dream is happening inside you, but you are dreaming about elephants coming into your house. Okay, elephants get into my brain. They're so big physically. So all this pratyaksha vivagara, physical dimensions are all broken in the dream world. The dream world is real for you because you suffer in the dream. You get happiness in the dream. Life is, after all, your experiences of suffering and enjoying it. And you create the world. See the power of Atma. It's Ishvara. You create a dream world. But you don't know how you create it. That is Ajnana. So there it is there. Well, okay. But when I have a deep sleep, there's nothing there. So what happened to the Atma? No, here again you have to really think very carefully. With Shraddha, you must take it and then contemplate it. Now, in the deep sleep, I can say there is nothing there. But look at my English. Nothing is there. That means there is nothing. The meaning is void. Grammatically, it means there is something called nothing there. So nothingness, the abhava. Bhava, abhava, swarupini. So in Tarkam, you can take it in a much more deeper way, but park it there some other day. So what is therefore happens in the buddhi? The buddhi, the lokavritti is not happening. Chittavritti does not happen because your mind is not working. And in deep sleep, even the capacity to dream is gone. Mind is completely withdrawn. Senses completely withdrawn. You don't smell anything in deep sleep. So what is there in the mind screen? The mind screen, there is avidya. There's a vritti. Avidya is a vritti. Why I call it a vritti? Avidya means ignorance, right? Vritti comes and goes. Ignorance comes and goes. We don't know from when it comes. Anati. If I say, KK, tell me since when you do not know this? You'll say, I don't know. Maybe since my birth, I don't know. But I know it. So once you know it, the time immemorial ignorance is vanished. So avidya can end. But avidya's beginning, you do not know. Since all our problems in the world are in some sort of ignorance, you take 2 lessons from this. Since ignorance can end, our troubles can end by having a right knowledge. And there is no point you and I will talk about since when this ignorance exists in me, because it's futile exercise. Therefore, in our life ordeals, I really don't need to look at the root cause of what caused this problem, why I misbehaved somewhere. You should know it, but you don't dwell on it, you find a solution for it. So you had to draw some lessons for the practical life. Now, having established this, now in the second, third, and fourth line, Adhyatma Yogati Kameva, Adhyatma Yogati Gamena Devam Matva Dhiro Harshashogul Jakati. The third line is giving the Upayam. First two lines are Lakshanam, Upayam. I think from my limited understanding, this is the only place in the whole Upanishad. I need to read the second one a little bit more deeper, but Adhyatma Yogam is not used anywhere. So he is introducing a new phrase. Oh child, Adhyatma Yogam Adhigamena. Adhigam means attaining it, reaching it, knowing it. You know, with. So when you reach, when you attain Adhyatma Yogam, you can simply take when you attain this knowledge. But why he uses the word Adhyatma Yogam? Bhagavan uses a different word like this: Asprasya Yogam, Mahayogam. Yogaha Chittavritti Nirodha. That is what Bhagavan Patanjali says. Yogam is the Yogaha means the yuj means to grind, to stir. When you do this, not when you make the butter, when you churn the buttermilk, thair becomes butter. So when you turn something, when you are grinding it, when you are focusing on the deeper import of it, like Navanidam comes in, right? Like that. So when you are focused on it, something you get, what do? You eat the Navanidam. You become one with the Navanidam. So yuj, yoga means you dissect it, focus on it, contemplate on it, and then attain it, become one with this. Don't take it to Bhagavad Gita titles. There yoga means chapter. This is why, Sanskrit has got multiple usage of the padams. Arjuna Vishada Yogam. Lakshyartham is different. Vachyartham, Yogam is a chapter. So Tattvartham, if we go the same way. There, Vishada Yogam. Vishada means delusion. Yogam, Tattvartham here is churning it, dissecting it, analyzing it, and then attaining the benefit of Navanidam from this. So Vishada Yogam, therefore, when I get the delusion, I don't worry about the delusion, I analyze it. Why the delusion comes in? Delusion is moham. Moham comes because of I am sad. Shogam. The shogam came because of ragam. I have attachment to Bhishma, I have attachment to Drona. So raga dvesham created. So then you realize, oh, there is something here which causes, I can get out of it. I don't know how to get out of it. Oh Krishna, now you are no more a charioteer for me, you are the guru, teach me. You see, yogam. That's where yogam helps. You analyze it and go to the essence. So if you understand the meaning of it, Adhyatma Yoga means, Adhyatma means Atma. Adhyatma means completely your Atma, about yourself. So when I analyze myself completely with that knowledge, that is the Devam. What I get, see, we have to understand this Adhyatma Yoga Prayogam. The Prayojanam comes next line. Matva Dhiro Harsha Sokau Jaghadi. Harsha means Sukam, Soka means Dukkam, Jahadi means you cross. So when you are able to do Adhyatma Yoga, you become a Dhira. because of that, your courage and action, you surpass the samsara. That's a prayojan. Not just now, we had a wonderful Ramakarnamrita, right? So much, so beautifully the teacher taught us, and we learned. When you are a Vedanti, or you are aspiring to learn about the import of Vedas, and Adhyatma Yogam comes into practice. It'll happen to you naturally. If you realize your attitude to life, since you have been in the class for many years, you will see there's a change in this. What is the change in it? First thing you will do is, why I have to do it? What is in it for me? What is in it for me is not what is the benefit I'm getting materially in your Atma, in myself. What peace it gives to me by going to this class, going to this, buying this item. When you are in a Vedanta Vicharam, you will ask this question, and you must ask this question. When you ask this question, what happens? Your attention is focused on Bhagavan Ramana's Mahamantra is attention, attention, attention. When you attend to that, you are attending to your own needs. So Adhyatma Yogam in practice means everything you listen, read, hear, you will see it in a Atma Bhava. Like Ramakarnamrtam, Rama's glory we sing, Ramayanam we study. It's not Rama's life. Ayanam means travel, passage, Uttarayanam, Dakshinayanam. Ramayanam is not about reading Rama's life. How old he was there when he was playing this game. There is nothing. Even Balakandam is just a few chapters. No, nothing is known. It is how Rama conducted his life journey. It is Ramayana. Now, as Vedantic students, what you therefore see, what is the point of me knowing some battle and monkeys helped, all this thing, interesting story. Oh, there were great people, good people. We also keep Rama as a God. Absolutely, he is a God. But for our learning purposes, we have this excuse of creating God from everything else. Please, don't mistake me what I'm saying. When you create divinehood on something, and then it is you internally you do it to keep it at a distance. Oh, he's God. Then what you do, you keep it in the puja room, you do Dipardhana. There's a distance, and you don't go to prayer room all the time, morning, evening, sometime, and you don't touch it. It's distant, far away, Swami. So I just blindly go and do namaskar. Valmiki did not do that. Valmiki takes Rama as a simple human being. Of course, he finishes that Rama is a God because the way he conducted. Tulsidas talks the other way. Rama is a God, and then he comes to conclusion, Maryada Purushottam. Kambar takes him Rama as a God all the time. They're all beautiful. But for our Vidyatvam, for our learning, Sarve Ramanti Yasminna Idirama. Which always pleases you is Rama Shabda. What is always pleases you? Yourself. No man, even between husband and wife, mother and child. Okay, let me take my own free time. Okay, can I be alone? Because you need that ekantam, because the happiness of being with your partner is because, see, the happiness comes to you when the desire ends. There's no vritti. I want this material, iPhone. Somebody gave it to me. Then I got the iPhone in my hand. For that kshanam, I have no more vrittis of the desire of it. And I feel happy. Happy is not because of the form. I have no vrittis, no anxiety for it. So Vedanta uses this and say, therefore happiness is not coming from the object, but coming from the absence of desires on the object. You see how I am saying? The desire brought the apple for you. You worked hard, prayatnam, you achieved the apple form. But the happiness came when the desire ends. So therefore you can say, therefore, Raja, I will have lots of desires so that every time a desire ends, I will have happiness. Perfectly fine. But if you're smarter, you will say, desire ending means what? Desire is not there. When it ends, is not there. So why should I create a desire, do all the prayatnam, and then end it to feel happiness? When I am nirasha, when I am nishkama, I will have happiness. So Rama Shabdam is that Atma Ramam, that which you don't need any prayatnam for it. But then we need a story to say, it's not a story, it's a history. It's a living legend. So Rama Avataram happens in Ayodhya. Ayuddhasthiti sthanam. There is no yuddham there. Peace. Ayodhya means there is no yuddha. Peaceful place. So the sukham always exists in the peaceful place. When does it express itself? Dasharatham janitvam. Dasharatham means one who are able to ride on all those 10 chariots of senses. Jnanendriyam, karmendriyam. So when you have control of the senses, you have sukham, ananda. So Rama was born to Dasharatha in Ayodhya. Always peaceful. With Rama, the peace is Lakshmana all the time. Lakshmana is what? Nitya Tripti, Asangatvam, unattached to anything. So with unattachment, following the sukham, it is always happiness everywhere. But then he was dragged to deal with the world, dealing with the yajnams. So he goes around. And then in the course of it, there is an incident of meeting Sita. So Janaka was, Sita means, one meaning is the plow, the furrow. So Janaka, generally, the Shabda Janaka means parenting, father, the creator. The creator was unknowingly plowed, and then Sita came. Janaki Mata comes in. That comes without any cause. She goes back to the Mother Earth again. That goes to the Mother Earth again. What comes and goes without a cause is Maya. Maya comes in. So this Rama Tattvam unites with the Maya Tattva. Right? So what happened? The Atma now attained Jiva Bhavam. The Maya brings a Jiva Bhavam to this. So far it was a Pratyaksham Atma. Now it becomes a Jiva Bhavam. But it's a Sukham, because this Maya is looking at the Atma all the time. Sita was always looking at Rama. It is Mangalam. Its duality is there. Atma is alone. Now Atma is the Jiva Bhavam. But Satyam, Sukham, they live in Ayodhya. But the trouble starts, because as long as you're mixed with Maya, Avidya plays a role. Trouble starts. You know the story. Kaikeyi asks him to go. He goes away. They have to wander in the forest. Then happy. because the Anaprastham is wonderful for them. The trouble started when this ego, buddhi, jiva, Sita, not looking at Rama, looking the world. She even said to Rama, you are not taking me to forest. Let me go in front of you so that the thorns can hit my heels. I get the burden. You walk safely. Very beautiful, romantic, lovely words. But Tattvartham is what? It goes not looking at Rama anymore. It is going and looking at the world. The mind is looking at the world. Now, I see beautiful things. A golden deer comes in. Desires. It just pops up like a Maya. But my mind wants to go. I said, no, I want it. Buddhi, even this Shraddha which is there, Lakshmana also have to go. Everything has to be given up because the mind is so powerful to drive the consciousness towards these desires of the world. You know what happened. So when you lose control, you go after this elusive deer, Dashakanda comes in. Dashakanda is our Kamakrodha, Lobha, Moha, Madhamach, all this kind of evil forces in me rises up now and say, hey, this is not your place. You like things, come to Lanka. So he grabs her and takes her to Lanka. So the jiva now gone into this wandering forest, dark forest, forcefully. And then the jiva realizes, look, this is not the right thing. This is samsara. So all this is offered by this Dashakanda to me, all this Rajya, Paripalanam, Sukham, all this is Dukkham only. I made a mistake. Instead of looking at my Atma Raman, I looked around the world. I want only that. So she took the Bridham. Like in Nachiketas, she ignored the prayers, go to the Shreyas. What happened then? Ashokam. The Shokam is gone. She is placed in the Ashoka tree. Shokam is gone. So she is not having Atma Ramam with her, but she's full of Atma Ramam because she's praying for that. When she's yearning like this, Rama was looking for Sita. It's a story. How wonderful Rama's love is. Look, Tattvartham, Rama is Parabrahmam. This Maya is not there. But the Jiva, Sita, is yearning for Rama. So when you yearn for the Parabrahmam will come towards you. Like we do Radha Kalyanam in the whole Jayagovinda's thing is about Krishna wandering in distress to meet Radha. Radha is just have love on Krishna, but Krishna's love is more than Radha. Same way Rama is now okay. The Jiva Bhavam is now getting from Jiva Bodham to Atma Bodham. I must reach it. Shraddha helping, who comes there? The monkeys come there. Monkeys are what? Monkeys are like vacillate. They don't stay in a place. Sanjalatvam. Astiratvam. They don't stay in one place. They jump around. Why they do that? Because that kind of mental emotions, because of the weakness. Chitta Shuddhi is not there. Drada Buddhi is not there. And there is this controller called Valli, who is mischievous. So he must be removed. The faculty of your mind, which is allowing the vacillation, should be removed. Instead, you must place it with a controlled person. Control. Sugrivan. Grieves means holding the reins. Sanskrit, the word grivaha means one who is holding the rein. Sugrivaha, one who holds the reins very well. So mind is in control. That means senses are not going to go. Then the Hanuman comes in, Anjaneya, as a guru. He leaves all those problems. That means when you are yearning for the Brahman, Guru will come to you. You don't need to go anywhere. He will come to you. He will come and destroy all this inhibitors, hurdles, and then he'll jump in front of you. And then not only just give you consoling words, he will give you evidence that he is taking you in the right direction. That's what Anjaneya does in Sundarakanda. But then he could have easily transported Sita. But then that is not Guru's role. Guru can take you, and you need that prayatnam. Sita Mata says, I'll wait for it. Then you know the story. Then Rama comes in, the Jaganda is killed, so all my evil things go. And then what happens to Sita? The Jiva Bhavam is gone. The moment Sita looks at Rama, the problem started because Sita was not looking at Rama. After the Yuddham, when Sita looks at Rama, is there any more Sita? Any more Jiva? No. Atma Ramam. Sita is gone. Of course, Ramana, we have a story where Sita comes there and there is Maya Sita and all that thing is there. But see, I digress completely. This is not what I wanted to say, but it is useful. The Adhyatma Yogam, what you've done now is, there is even an Adhyatma Ramayana, which goes something like this, but slightly differently in details. The application of your mind to take any pratibodham, viditam, anything that you take in this world, you convert into Adhyatma. What is this? What I see in this tragedy, what I see in this happiness, what I see in this world, then you will see Vishwarupa Darshanam, you will see Atma everywhere. So this simple word is so potent. It tells that this is Adhyatma Yoga. Actually, I this is what last class we started this one. I only wanted to briefly touch on this, but I think I spent a lot of time on this. But it is useful. So I will not go to the next one today. The next one also Adhyatma Yogam, and it is going to really take you to Upayam, because we should not really too much dwell on the goal. As long as you know the goal is what you want, I mean, even Nachiketu is going to get some losing his patience and going to tell Dharmaraja, boss, just stop it now. Can you just come to the point? Tell me what I have to do. He's going to do that. So the Upayam is very important. The 13th verse, we will see the Upayam. How do I do the Adhyatma Yogam? So that we will see in the next class, 13. And then the 14th one is where Nachiketus refines his question. It's an interesting one. You remember how he asked the question last time? Tell me what happens after death. Now, after listening to all this, as a bright boy he was, he's going to rephrase the question, which is much more comfortable, straightforward for us. And then from 15th onwards, actual Vedantam starts about the Atma Vidya. So we stop it here today. Om Shakana Vavatu.
Om Sahana Vavatu.
Shakana Bhunaktu.
Sahana Bhunaktu.
Sakaviryam Karavavakai.
Sahaviryam Karavavakai.
Tejasvinavadhitamastu.
Tejasvinapatitamastu.
Ma Vitvishabhakai.
Shahi.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Hari Om Tassate.
Hari Om Tat Sat.
Thank you.
Thank you.